everyone, welcome back to the channel where we talk everything on savings, budgeting and journaling. In today's video, we're going to walk through how to create a monthly budget while you join me as I create an October budget. If you watched the part 1 to budgeting series on this channel, you'll know that I mentioned basic tips that can help you in making good budgets. And I mentioned that before you start a budget or before you start budgeting, you should set aside a month for you to track your expenses. And I've done that previously, so I'm just going to show you what I did in my notebook. And what I did was to record all my expected expenses in this notebook. So in this section of my notebook, all I did was to indicate my needs, my wants, the percentage of my income that will be going into savings, and the percentage I have separated for emergency funds. And I also indicated what events will be coming up. So that moves us to the first tip, which is to check your calendar. I already did that, so I looked at my calendar and checked if I had any bills that would be due, which I didn't really find any except for my phone internet, which will be costing me 3k. So the first things first, we have to record our expected income, which is my expected salary for the month, and it's going to be indicated here. So that being done, we're now going to do a little bit of math, but it's not very scary. The first thing we have to check is the expenses I need, which means these are the things I won't be able to do without, like my phone internet and some accessories for my aunt's wedding. And my aunt's wedding is an event that will come up on the 11th, so I'm actually going to need to buy gifts and some outfits and so many other basic things that I would need for the wedding. That is why you need to check your calendar so you don't have expenses that you didn't plan for coming up. So when you check your calendar, all you have to do is use your calendar to make a list just like this one, and then fix in everything that will be due, like things that need to be renewed, like your mortgage or your bills. If you are living in an apartment, if your rent is due, all the bills that you have. So the first thing is indicate what date your salary will be coming in, like I did here, and then you go to your notebook. Now I will need my phone internet, and I'm going to need it on the first of the month, which is going to be taking 3k. So I'm just going to indicate it here, which is my phone internet. And then I also talked about accessories for my aunt's wedding. So on the 11th, which means we are going to move to the 11th, this is not an up-to-date diary, it's a very old diary. Actually, I don't use a diary to budget, I just use a plain book. But for the purpose of this video, I just made up a 2018 diary to fit into my, if you notice there's pen ink on it, that is why. So on the Sunday 11th, I have my aunt's wedding. Next thing we have on the notebook is personal hygiene kits. This is like something I use myself personally, and it's going to be taking 1,500. So I'm going to need this on the 5th. So we're going to come to the 5th, and we're talking about to move to the next one, which is new diaries, because I have journaling series on this channel, so I'm going to be needing new diaries so that I can create better videos for you guys. For those of you who are interested in the journaling series, subscribe and stay tuned. So I'm going to be buying new diaries. I need it, and that's why it's in my needs. The things or the items I didn't attach a price to, what I'm going to do is calculate 30% of my salary and distribute the remaining 30% amongst these two. Yeah, it's just to I did not indicate a specific sum of money too. So that is where the math come in. 30% of my salary, and then I'm going to divide whatever I get into my aunt's wedding and to the new diaries. So if I've already indicated new diaries, did I? Okay, that will be toward the end of the month because I don't intend to find anything now. Let's say on the 20th, I'm going to get new diaries. So the next thing are my wants. I need outfits, and then charity, and then groceries. groceries are not really needs for me because I live with my parents, so they do most of the grocery shoppings, but I need some personal groceries. So if you live alone or you're an adult, you need your groceries in the needs section, like feeding, fuel, and many other necessary expenses like that. You know your needs, you know your wants. Your needs are things you cannot do without, while your wants are things you know very well you can do without. Now for donations and charity, this will be due on the 10th. And then outfit shopping will be on the 7th. And then I'm also going to need groceries. I don't know, I'm not really going to have a fixed date for this one. I'm just going to join my mom whenever she's going, so I'm going to fix it anywhere, let's say on the 14th. And we fixed in our needs and we fixed in our wants. So now it's time for the math. Now this is not a standard way of doing budgeting, it's just a very simple and easy way to do budgeting for beginners. With time, as we advance, we're going to go from simple to a more standard and higher way of budgeting. But as beginners, we don't need stress. All we need is something we can understand and something that's clear. So we are going to indicate savings and emergency because this will be done as soon as or immediately I receive the income. And then we have emergency. Now a very good and bonus tip is for you to create separate bank accounts for savings and emergency funds. So now, like I said, we did not actually add funds to some of these items, so now we're going to subtract 3k and 15 from 30k because 30% of the income, which is 100k, is 30k. So now 3k plus 15 is 45, so like 30k minus 45, that is going to give us 25.5. So that means we're having 25.5 to be shared among the aunt's wedding and the new diaries. We're also going to share 30k among the outfits, the charity, and the groceries. We are sharing the remaining money, which is 30% and then 10% to savings and then 10% to emergencies. So we're just going to have 30k and 10k. So from my 100k income, I'm going to be saving 30k this month. I'm having emergency funds 10k, and then the rest of the money is going to be divided amongst my activities for the month. So for the month of October, I have a savings of 30k in my bank account. Now this is a very good benefit of having a budget. And if you got to this point, comment diaries and I'll know you're special. Thank you so much guys. Thanks for watching. Bye guys.